underway proper here. And that's that. It would be. Okay, members then, Curry Mudge 2 Slish Crinnew will start the meeting now. And we're at the Town Hall in Enniskillen this evening, and we're online as well, streaming live via WebEx and or via the YouTube channel with members, some members on WebEx. So this is the annual meeting of FODC of Fermanagh and Omagh District Council, Monday the 1st of June. So with an 8-point agenda, the very first thing we'll do is we'll go to the various group leaders for apologies. So I'll try to figure out where Dermot is. Dermot's there. Sinn Féin Group, Dermot Brown.
Thanks, Chair. We have apologies from Councillor Declan McCardle and Councillor Podrigging Kelly.
Thank you. Garamayagat. We go now to Victor Warrington.
No apologies, Chair.
Okay, that's the UUP. Next up is DUP Paul Robinson.
Apologies, Chair.
Thank you. And I've just observed that there aren't any apologies from the SDLP, and Alliance are both here as well, and Garvin and Josephine's online, so I think we're okay on that front. So we'll progress now to item 2 on the agenda, and that's declarations of interest. We'll just check online and in the chamber. Okay, no problem. Okay, so move now to item 3 on the agenda, and this is the outgoing chair's address. That'll be followed by item 4, which will be Shirley's outgoing address, and then, as you know, in your agenda in front of you, we'll go through nomination of positions of responsibility for the 26-27 year. Year 4, stuff that was mostly determined at the annual general meeting in 2023, you know, the matrix of positions, but we'll hear about that in due course in detail. So I'll do my outgoing address now as chair or Cahirlock. Sorry, word to the video. Oh, I know the video is definitely in it. Definitely. Right. So, fellow councillors, officers, ladies and gentlemen, Harja, as outgoing Cahirlock of Fermanagh and Omagh District Council, I'm delighted that through the annual meeting like this, I'm offered the opportunity to recognise and thank you, my fellow councillors and staff, for all your hard work over the past year, 25-26, and for your commitment to serving the people of our council area. And those are not light words, you know. Everybody here has been elected and has made a commitment to serving the people of the 7 district electoral areas of this council area. So well done to everybody for securing your mandate and for showing your commitment. Now, during this year, I have experienced some incredible opportunities to host and attend a wide variety of events and receptions, recognising the significant accomplishments of individuals, organisations and community groups, as well as their major milestones. Now, that is a privilege that I personally value very highly indeed. I know other chairs in this mandate and previous will have viewed the world similarly. You know, it's an enormous privilege to be the chair of the council, and I value that very highly indeed. And now what we're going to do is, this practice was established in the last couple of years. The comms team make a video looking back at the chair and vice chair's year. Bit of a cringe factor for me and you, Shirley, but we'll get through it, right? And but we'll look at this video now. How long does it last, Jill? About 4 minutes or something like that. Okay, if you can indulge this for 4 minutes, and we'll put it on now, and we'll just look back at the year, and then I'll conclude my speech. There's Rory. See, you're the first thing that came on the screen, Roy. And you sitting all innocent. So these screens, are they functional? Donald. Yeah. Not on these screens, Donald, does that matter? No. We could forget about the video. We will do if we have to. Not happening. Big phone.
You don't.
I know, but I'd like to get off the seat.
Shared your last few moments.
Like carry on.
It's trying to get it in right is awesome.
Right.
I would check. I know it just a few times, but I'll maybe come back to it.
Maybe I'll conclude the speech with a video. What I should do is carry on with the speech, and at the end of the speech, if the video can be shown, we'll show it, and if we can't, well, I'm happy to move on. Okay. It says here, as you will have seen in the video, as you will have seen. So it has been another extremely busy year. You would all know that. By the way, I'm not looking for any plaudits. My wife Paula said to me, if people compliment you for being busy, make sure and tell them they're busy too, especially women. So it's a good line, it's a good maxim to go by. But it was a very busy and a very enjoyable year. I'm delighted to have had the opportunity to meet so many people and to learn at first hand about all the remarkable work being carried out across our council area. It's that insight you get into the multi-layers of our community and our society, and the things that make people tick, motivating things, where people are passionate and the contribution that they choose to make in their communities. Obviously, a particular highlight for any chair is having the privilege to choose a charity to promote during your term. So I was delighted to choose sister organisations, you might call them, Skies to Limit OMA and Fermanagh Bright Stars. And I've worked closely with them. They do amazing work. I mean, the very idea of it, the late Pierce McCluskey said that there should be one of these in every main town. Socially inclusive theatre companies. So they're fantastic and they make a difference to our community. You'll often hear there that there's hardly anything for post-19s, 19 years and plus. But both of those, Bright Stars and Skies to Limit, are homes for everyone and very happy communities. Sometimes they're peopled by people with learning or physical disabilities, and they express themselves through arts and leisure activities. So we had a get together for those two in the town hall here last week. And Graham's, who are building the Fermanagh Lakeland Forum, they joined us for the afternoon and made a financial donation to each of the charities, which will help them with costumes and things, ahead of their shows in the month of June. And I would encourage as many councillors as possible to go to Fermanagh Bright Stars on the 12th or 13th in the Ardoin of June. And similarly then, the 26th of June in the Struhl Arts Centre. You'll not be disappointed by the quality of the shows. Now, the next thing I want to do is thank Alison, our Chief Executive, and the corporate leadership team for their support and guidance throughout the year, not just to me as chair, but to all councillors. And I have to say, with tremendous leadership in this council, the permanent government, in inverted commas, when we move on to other roles or whatever, they're still there. And we have definitely a fantastic Chief Executive Officer and directors, and I'm very proud of them. And I like to say that publicly every opportunity I get. You know, did an interview there today, and I stated that. So it wouldn't be protocol normally, but I would invite an appreciation for our senior leadership team headed by Alison McCullough, if you don't mind. Yeah. Thanks also to the various teams within the council. You know, there's many teams, there's directorates, there's service areas, there's various teams. And the Democratic Services team is obviously one that I work closely with, and they're led by Joanne. Is Joanne here, or to my left or to my right? So thanks, Joanne, to you and the Democratic Services team for all your hard work, dedication and support. And Joanne, you did really well comparing the young achievers at the Ardone on Friday night, even though you were a bit nervous, weren't you? Okay. So the consistency of what they offer. Also, sincere thanks to a number of individuals and teams, specific teams who have provided particularly invaluable support throughout the year, working closely. The comms team, the communications team, Paula, Lucy, Tracy, Claire and Katie. And I don't think I've missed anybody. Jill's your go-to person for correction, you know. And thank them for their close collaboration, professionalism and dedication in keeping our work visible and our communities informed. I want to particularly thank Jill Patton, and that'll come as no surprise till previous incumbents in this role, you know, chairs of the council and vice chairs. I offer my personal thanks for your support, Jill, and commitment, which has been greatly appreciated. And a particular Tyrone footballer that I admired, I rang him one day and I gave him 9.5 out of 10 for his performance at the weekend. He said, "Why do you withhold 0.5? So in Jill's case, I'm going to give 10 out of 10. Nobody's ever got 10 out of 10 before. By the way, that was Sean Kavanagh in the Moy, and midfielder, and he's a brilliant footballer. And I rang him. He's an accountant, and the secretary said, "I think he's with a client right now." I said, "No, but put me through just to see how we get on." And he said, "What's the crack?" I said, 9.5, Kavanagh. And he wondered why he only got 9.5, Stephen, you know. Now, I'm especially grateful here to this one here to my left, our vice chair, Councillor Shirley Hawkes. It doesn't feel like a year ago when me and Shirley sat down with Jill and Alison to look ahead, you know. It doesn't feel like a year ago. And Shirley has been a great support throughout the year and always ready and willing to deputise when needed. And I believe showed her athleticism at the Bonacre last week at the athletics, cross country. I heard you did well.
Better than you.
Ah, no, Shirley. And me and you was getting on so well there. In closing, I want to thank you, my fellow councillors, for your encouragement and cooperation, and thank my own party group for nominating me into this position. In China, they said to me, "How do you become mayor?" I said, "It's very complicated." You know, some of them fancied the role, you know, they enjoyed it, they called it mayor. And I look forward to continuing to work with you all parties and all individuals, and as we strive to further improve the Fermanagh Noma district for the benefit of all our residents, businesses and visitors. So I'll leave it at that. It has been a great honour, and I wrote down here that I should give me philosophy about local government life in the future, but I'll not bother. I'll keep that to myself, you know. Robert, have you any philosophies for local government life and the future? But finally, I want to wish the incoming chair and vice chair every success for the year ahead. I've no doubt that you'll find the coming year to be as enjoyable and rewarding as I have. So, Shin Mumage, Guramilia Mayagiv, thank you. That's my speech. Out of the way. Okay, thank you. Step done. Now, what do we do now? We'll look at the video and then go to Shirley. I think we'll look at the video now and then we'll go to Shirley. Okay. We'll move now till Shirley here. There you go.
Councillors, officers, ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Chair of Fermanagh Noma District Council, I would like to take the opportunity to reflect on the past year and acknowledge the excellent work being carried out throughout the district by residents, businesses and our staff. The video, which we have just seen, has captured many of the events and receptions that the Chair and I have had the privilege of attending and hosting over the last year. There have been so many highlights, and I sincerely enjoyed every event, finding each one both rewarding and memorable. I thank all the individuals, organisations, community groups and businesses for the excellent work you're all doing, for the difference you make to our district every day, and for the opportunity to attend your events and for making me feel so welcome. I also would like to thank Alison and the corporate leadership team for the support and guidance they have provided to me as Vice Chair. My thanks also extend to the Democratic Services team for their continued support and assistance. I would also like to personally thank Jill, who was in touch with me possibly nearly every day. Thank you, Jill. A special thanks also to our DUP team, and especially Councillor Robinson, our team leader, for all their support and help throughout the year. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Chair on a busy and highly successful year, or so he would have us all to believe.
If I score a goal, I'll boast about it, you know.
You've carried out your role remarkably well, and I am pleased to have been able to support you throughout the year. Finally, I also wish the incoming Chair and Vice Chair all the very best and every success. I am sure you will have a busy year, and I encourage you to take it all in and to enjoy the experience. It is truly an honour to represent our council. Thank you all very much.
Isn't that right? Okay. So we're going to move now to item 5 on the agenda, which is nominations of positions of responsibility for year 4, 2026-2027. Isn't that right? I think we'll be vacating these seats in about a minute. 60 seconds countdown. Okay.
Okay, so Chair, thank you, and just maybe formally to say on behalf of the staff team to thank both you and the outgoing Vice Chair for the passion you've shown to the roles, but your courtesy and professionalism in your years. So thank you both, and I hope you enjoy the final year of this mandate. So, members, in accordance with the protocol agreed at the annual meeting held in 2023, nominations are required to positions of responsibility for year 4, which is the final year of this mandate. The positions will fall to the respective parties as outlined in the allocation of positions of responsibility grid, and in this year, all positions of responsibility fall to Sinn Féin. So the first nomination is for the position of Council Chair, and we'd go now, Chair, to the Group Nominating Officer, Councillor Brown, please.
Okay, get Dermot on here.
Yeah, Gurma Yoga to Caherly. Just to say before we commence that other part, we have to just say thank you, a big massive thank you to yourself and to the Vice Chair. You carried out your role exemplary, and you did yourself proud, and you have represented this council to the best of your ability, so thank you very much.
Thanks.
Moving on, it gives me great pleasure to, as a nominating officer for the Sinn Féin team, to nominate my good friend and comrade, Councillor Debbie Coyle, to the position of Cahirlock.
Okay, very good. So then Debbie will now come forward here. We'll cherish the last 10 seconds here, Shirley. 10. Debbie's coming forward now. Okay. While Debbie's making her way to the top table, I'll just do the nomination of Vice Chair, and we'll do the signing together, I think, apparently. So nomination of Vice Chair, back to yourself, Dermot.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Again, gives me great pleasure to nominate another good friend and comrade, Councillor Stephen McCann, to the position of Vice Chair.
Okay. Okay. So Stephen will come up now as well. I will leave that there. Oh, why, that's right. Take that name plate.
Yes.
David, help me to take that.
Get back to the bike.
Thank you, Barry, and I think I'll have a few words to say in a minute, but for now we'll just continue with the nominations, and we're going to see nomination for the Chair of the Environmental Services. Dermot, please. Oh yeah, I'll just do that. Oh yeah.
Gormail go to Catherlee, and good luck for the year ahead. We know you'll be brilliant in the role. We're
Thank you.
excited for you. I'd like to nominate myself as the chairperson of the Environmental Services Committee.
And do you accept that? Okay, thank you. Regeneration and community.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, for Regeneration and Community, I'd like to nominate Patrick Withers.
Patrick's online.
So just ask if he accepts the position.
Do I have to touch something on
You'll
there?
activate him now, just if you ask Patrick if he accepts the position.
Patrick, do you accept that position?
Yes, thank you, Chair, and thanks to Sinn Féin Gripen, and all the best yourself for the year ahead.
Thank you. And we'll go to the nomination of Chair for the planning.
Same resources.
Oh no, sorry, policy and resources. Sorry.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, as nominating officer, I'd like to nominate Councillor Anne-Marie Donnelly for Policy and Resources.
Just get Anne-Marie to come.
Anne-Marie, do you confirm? Accept?
Happy to
Thank
take
you.
on that role. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we go to the nomination for the planning committee.
Thanks, Chair. As a nominating officer for Sinn Féin, I'd like to nominate Collier Thomas McGeer, Tommy Maguire for the position of Planning Chair.
Just check it.
Tommy, do you accept that?
Yeah, Gurmagan to Carly Gaumlation Molution. Yes, happy to accept that position, Chair. Gurmagan.
Thank you.
Suggestion. Comments before we move to item 6.
Okay.
That's fine. So, Chair, that concludes agenda item 5. So maybe at this juncture, you might like to give your own introductory comments, and then the Vice Chair could do the same.
I just want to say thank you to Barry and all the fantastic initiatives that you had during the year as chair, and to all the Sinn Féin team for the trust that you have put in me to become the chair for the incoming year. So just a few things to say really. 2026 is an important year for me, as it's 30 years since I moved here to Fermanagh with my 5 children into the refuge here in Enniskillen. It was in 1996 and I was lifted from the bus station by a Fermanagh Women's Aid support worker named Hazel, and the help and support that followed from Hazel and the team has helped me get where I am today. Surviving domestic abuse has shaped the deepest core of who I am, and it drives every ounce of my advocacy work. Moving from surviving to thriving empowered me to dedicate my life to helping others. I'm very proud of my working class background, my work as a carer, serving as a trade union rep and as a community volunteer, 17 years with Fermanagh Women's Aid, both delivering the Journey to Freedom programme and sitting on the Board of Governors, in my own local community group, Women Making Waves and others, and also my role over the last 20 years as a welfare advisor. All of this experience has led me into the life of politics. My own journey has shown me how critical it is to have a voice and a support system, and those experiences are exactly what I bring to my role today. Domestic abuse thrives in isolation and silence, and I am committed to breaking that silence and stigma and ensuring that any victim, however they identify themselves, is aware of the help and support available. For that reason, my chosen charity for this year is Fermanagh and Omagh Women's Aid. And a little statistic, just a little one, from October 2025 to March of this year, 188 women and children were supported across all services, with all refuge units fully occupied. I feel that the growing number of gender-based violence attacks, both online and in person, the stalking of women and girls, rape and other forms of sexual violence and abuse that so many of our girls and women experience has to stop. And all of us are responsible in helping to make that happen. In all its forms and for all its victims, domestic violence and abuse is wrong and unacceptable. I am well aware that men can and do also suffer, and so it's important that we all acknowledge that the Domestic Violence Helpline is available for all victims of domestic violence and abuse. Another reason 2026 is relevant to me is because it is 40 years now that I have worked as a healthcare assistant, a job that I love. As a carer who has worked in both the private and public sector, I'm well aware of the struggles that so many people are facing. And I'm confident that Fermanagh and Omagh District Council will continue its engagement and meetings with the Western Health and Social Care Trust, and we will all continue to advocate for our constituents that contact us on a daily basis with the issues that are affecting them the most. Care in the community, or lack thereof, is a massive issue in our council area, affecting so many families. Our unpaid carers, including those on carers' benefit, are struggling on a daily basis with little or no help and support. This is very much needed to keep their loved ones out of hospital, because if they do end up in hospital, it could take weeks or months before they can go home because of the lack of carers. So we will continue to raise this issue and advocate for all those who need it. Access to GPs, waiting times and concerns about our ambulance service are issues that come to us directly and through our constituency offices week in and week out. Our paid carers in the community are undervalued, underpaid and under extreme pressure to provide care in unacceptable timescales. We have to continue the fight for change. This council will also continue the fight to retain our services in our hospital here in Enniskillen, a hospital in Omagh and our mental health services, as well as looking for the decision for emergency surgical services to be reversed. I would like to acknowledge the very hard and committed work, including the surgery that goes on in our hospital every day. Our teams of doctors, nurses, carers, support services and the whole team are amazing. However, we must keep fighting. We have to fight for everything we have here in our council area. So building relationships with the Trust is important through our Health and Social Care Subcommittee. I'd like to also commend our council during your time as well, Barry, for the commissioned piece of work done by ICLRD that offers some thinking outside of the box recommendations and the importance of good rural healthcare facilities. And we will continue to work on those recommendations. My vision for the incoming year is one of inclusion and safe communities, where every voice can be heard and every place to prosper. My door will be open for all local businesses, statutory bodies and our voluntary and community sector. The needs of our main towns are important, but our rural communities is of paramount importance to me. Our councillors and the council are fantastic advocates for rural communities, and all the work done to date will continue and grow in the transparent and efficient way that it does. There is no cold house here. Being born in London and brought up in England, learning Irish was not an option for me. So it is fantastic to be able to have the opportunity, since living here, to learn through the programmes that especially our council offer our people. And I fully support the fantastic initiatives our last chair brought to us and all the work the Manor and Omagh District Council have done so far, and this will continue. The Irish language is thousands of years old. It's a beautiful language to learn about and speak, and belongs to us all. People often ask me why I joined Sinn Féin, especially as I do not come from here myself, although both sides of my family are from different parts of Ireland. And the answer really is quite simple. As a community activist in particular, it is quite clear to me that the British border in Ireland has done nothing except divide families and communities, and has produced nothing at all to benefit anybody. Therefore, I'm delighted to be part of the discussion around constitutional change, and it is a discussion for us all in this chamber and all of our constituents, regardless of any outcome. Everyone who wants to have their voice heard should be, and I intend on working on initiatives that can make that happen. Our council will continue to champion diverse underrepresented groups through its various programmes securing equal access to physical activity. Sport is so important, especially for our young people. As a mother of 7 children and 15 grandchildren and a great-granddaughter, I know from experience sport plays a major role in the physical and mental health and well-being of our young people and our adults. Recently I met with the previous chair, the amazing Blahin Bogue, a great inspiration to our young girls and women. My absolute passion is music, dance, the theatre, arts and culture. And I want to see more young people involved in these too. And for the people in our communities who may feel that some forms of art are not welcoming or accessible for them, I'd like to change that attitude. The arts in all its forms are for everyone. I want to see more investments in the arts and to ensure that all forms of arts are open to all. Having navigated the depths of personal hardship, advocated for workers' rights and guided people through the complex welfare systems, I know firsthand that our society is only as strong as its most vulnerable members. That is why I'm committed to champion true equality and diversity. There is absolutely no place for racism or sectarianism in our communities, or indeed within this council. We must stand united against hate and ensure that everyone feels safe, respected and valued as they are. True equality is only achieved when we also champion accessibility and authentic representation for women, our Black and migrant communities, our disabled and our LGBT+ communities. True inclusion means dismantling not only systemic barriers, but also the extra discrimination and intersectional hurdles faced by those who belong to more than one of these groups. Inclusion means actively creating spaces where everyone can participate, whether that involves physical accessibility, neuro-inclusive practices, or gender-affirming services. Local leadership requires a proactive approach to ensure that every individual feels well valued and protected. The chair of any council cannot do these things alone. It takes the whole council team, the council officials and workers, our residents, businesses, community volunteers, all of us. We all have ideas, energy and compassion to make these positive changes, and I believe we need to bring these together to bridge any divides, support our most vulnerable and create a brighter future for our children. This is an extraordinary honour for me to sit here as chair. So let's roll up our sleeves and make real changes together. Thank you. And Stephen, do you want to say a few words?
Okay, thank you, Chair Gramila. It's more an honour dom glaca le pos le Carly le Collier and Act. Thank you, Chair, and it's a tremendous honour for me to accept the role of Vice Chair of Mananoma District Council this evening. I do so with a sense of immense pride, humility, and a strong sense of responsibility to all the people of our district, especially the people of West Tyrone who have continued to elect me over the years. I want to pay tribute to our outgoing Chair and Vice Chair, to Barry and to Shirley, and congratulate them on a very busy year and a lot of work well done. And I want to wish as well for the rest of the term as well. And I want to acknowledge our own team of staff, led by Alison here, for their continued hard work on behalf of all the elected reps of the Council. This Council can be very proud of what we have achieved so far in this mandate. Despite significant financial challenges facing all councils across the North, we have continued to deliver investment, improve services and support our communities whilst maintaining consistently some of the lowest rate increases here in the North. Indeed, this year, Mananoma District Council came in as the lowest, a testament to the hard work of our officials. At a time when many households are under real pressure, this achievement should not be underestimated. We have seen major investment in facilities and infrastructure that will benefit residents for generations to come. The redevelopment of the Lakeland Forum represents a transformational project for Enniskillen and indeed the wider district. And alongside this, we brought forward a strategic capital grants under the leadership of Seamus, which will make a huge difference to community groups, investing £5 million directly into our local areas. We also have continued to invest heavily in our community and voluntary sector, recognising their position as the backbone of our district. We have, through continued investment, helped strengthen local groups, support those most vulnerable in our area, and improve the quality of life across Mananoma. We continue to support local businesses, encourage economic growth, and promote this district as a fantastic place to live, work, visit, and to invest in. From our natural landscapes and tourism offerings, there is enormous potential in our area. At the same time, we must recognise that we're living through a period of significant global challenges and uncertainty. Many people are deeply concerned by conflict, division, and humanitarian crises across the world. As a council and community, we continue to stand in solidarity with those suffering injustice and hardship, including the people of Palestine. Our continued hope is one of lasting peace, dignity, and a resolution for them people that allows them to live in freedom and safety. As I take on this new role, I look forward to working constructively with all elected reps across the chamber, our officials, and indeed our local communities as well. Finally, I want to thank my family, my friends, my supporters for their continued encouragement and support, without which and their sacrifices I wouldn't be able to take up this post tonight, nor indeed even be elected rep. I'm sure we all here can relate to that, being elected reps ourselves. I look forward to the year ahead, and I will endeavour to represent the people of this area to the best of my ability. Ramila, my word.
Okay, thanks, Stephen. We'll now go to item 6, appointment of members to committees, and over to you, Alison.
Okay, Chair, thank you. And best wishes to both you and the Vice Chair now in this incoming year. So, Chair and members, at the annual meeting on the 5th of June 2023, it was agreed to appoint 17 members to the Environmental Services Committee. And in accordance with the agreement to establish that committee and the agreed protocol, we would now take the nomination. So it's as per the grid, and we'll go to the nominating officers. So 9 members Sinn Féin, 2 from the Ulster Unionists, 3 from the Democratic Unionists, 2 from the SDLP, and 1 Alliance member. And this committee will be chaired by Councillor Brown. So therefore, one of the 9 Sinn Féin appointments must also include Councillor Brown.
Okay, Dermot, there you go.
Thanks, Chair. Do you need all the names that we're putting on? All the
Yes,
names?
please.
Okay, give me 1 sec there to get it. So for environmental services, I I'm nominating myself as the chairperson. We've done that. Councillor Anthony Feely, Councillor Declan McCardle, Councillor Debbie Coyle, Councillor Liam Bruff, Councillor Marty McColgan, Councillor Nolene Hayes, Councillor Rory Little, and Councillor Tommy Maguire.
Thank you.
Councillor Warren, two members.
Councillor Warrington, please.
Thank you, Chair. On the Environmental Services Committee from the Ulster Unionist Party, I would like to nominate Councillor McLaughlin and Councillor Crawford. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think, Councillor Robinson?
And Councillor Robinson.
Thank you, Chair. I'd just like to pay tribute to Barry and Shirley for the past year, for their hard work and determination for the district here. And I want to wish you and the Vice Chair all the best in the year coming in.
Thank you.
Councillor Hawkes, Councillor Elliott and myself.
Thank you. Councillor Gannon.
Thank you, Chair. Also to put on record my acknowledgement of the work of Councillor McElduff and Councillor Hawkes over the past year. They worked clearly very hard and did a lot in their year, and I'm sure yourself, Chair, and Vice Chair, Councillor McCann, will do just as much as well, and good luck to you in the year ahead. Just to nominate myself and Councillor McGrath.
Thank you. And Councillor Donnelly.
Thank you very much, Chair. And likewise, I would like to pay tribute to Councillor McElduff and Hawkes for the leadership that they've played over the last year, and indeed to pay tribute to yourself and Councillor McCann for taking up the roles that you have. And indeed, I just want to actually pay tribute to the strong emphasis you placed in your speech on tackling violence against women and girls. I think that that's an incredibly important thing to say from the outset of your tenure. As nominating officer, I'll just be nominating myself to Environmental Services.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And Chair, I maybe should have done at the start, but maybe we could just take a general proposer and seconder that we do proceed for 17 members for the Environmental Services Committee. We can take that at the start.
Proposed, yeah.
John
Seconded.
Okay.
Adam.
Councillor Gannon. Thank you.
All agreed? Yep.
Thank you, Chair. So our next committee then is the Regeneration and Community Committee. So the configuration again, 17 members, and we have 10 members from Sinn Féin, 3 from the Ulster Unionist Party, 2 from Democratic Unionists, 1 SDLP and 1 Alliance. And again, the chair of this group is Councillor Withers. So one of the 10 Sinn Féin nominations must be Councillor Withers, please, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I'd just like to nominate to the RNC Committee Councillor Glenn Campbell, Councillor Oisin Devine Gallagher, Councillor Anne-Marie Donnelly, Councillor Seamus Green, Councillor Padraig Kelly, Councillor Tommy Maguire, Councillor Declan McCardle, Councillor Marty McColgan, Councillor Barry McElduff, and Councillor Patrick Withers.
Thank you. And Councillor Warrington.
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Rosemary Barton, Councillor Alan Rainey, and myself.
Thank you. Councillor Robinson.
Councillor Thompson to Councillor Buchanan.
Councillor Gannon.
Councillor McGrath.
And Councillor Donnelly.
Just myself again, Chair.
Thank you.
Again, just move all proposer and seconder.
And can I have a proposer? Overall, Councillor McColgan and Councillor Irvine, all agreed? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And just lastly, then the appointments to the Policy and Resources Committee, again of 17 members. So again, the configuration: 9 Sinn Féin, 3 Ulster Unionists, 2 Democratic Unionists, 1 SDLP, 1 Alliance, and the independent member, Councillor Deehan. Councillor Bryan again, Chair.
Dana.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, for the PNR Committee, I'd like to nominate myself, Councillor Liam Bruff, Councillor Rory Little, Councillor Anne-Marie Donnelly, Councillor Anthony Feely, Councillor Seamus Green, Councillor Nolene Hayes, Councillor Colette McNulty, Councillor Thomas O'Reilly.
Thank you.
Councillor Warrington.
And Councillor Warrington.
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Robert Irvine, Councillor Ovens and myself.
Thank you. And Councillor Robinson.
Councillor Hawkes and Councillor Mahon.
Thank you. And Councillor Gannon. Whoops, sorry. Turn one off. Thank you.
Myself, thank you.
Thank you. And Councillor Donnelly.
Councillor Reddy Riff, Chair.
Councillor Deacon to confirm she'll nominate, just Councillor Deacon.
Councillor Deehan.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'm very happy to accept the nomination, and if I too could say a word of congratulations to you on your appointment as Chair of Fermanagh and Omagh District Council. I think I would like to thank you for sharing your journey, which has been remarkable, and your achievements in life have been immense. And I have no doubt that in your role as Chair of the Council, that you will definitely excel. So many congratulations, and I wish you well for the upcoming year. And similarly for Councillor McCann, Councillor McCann has been very much involved in the life and work of the Council over many years, and I have no doubt that he too will make a magnificent contribution to our Council. So I wish you well. And finally then, Chair, I would most sincerely like to thank Councillor Barry McElduff and Councillor Shirley Hawkes for the sterling work that they have done in carrying out their representative duties over the past year. It has been truly remarkable. I have absolutely no idea how our Chair and Vice Chair managed to fit in everything that they did. And it was clear that they really enjoyed those roles. Their energy, their enthusiasm for it was truly inspiring. So I want to congratulate them both on a very successful year. And thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And can we take an overall proposer, please? Councillor Robinson and Shirley. And everybody in agreement? Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. So our final committee then is the appointment of 13 members to the Planning Committee. And the configuration there, Chair, is 6 members from Sinn Féin, 3 Ulster Unionists, 3 Democratic Unionists and 1 SDLP member.
Thank you, Dermot.
Thanks, Chair. For the Planning Committee, I'd like to nominate Councillor Glenn Campbell, Councillor Roisin Devine Gallagher, Councillor Anthony Feely, Councillor Tommy Maguire, Councillor Barry McElduff and Councillor Thomas O'Reilly.
Thank you. And Councillor Warrington.
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Robert Irvine, Councillor Alan Rainey and Councillor John McCloughery.
Thank you. Councillor Robinson.
Councillor Mahon, Councillor Thompson and myself.
And Councillor Gannon.
Councillor McGrath.
Thank you. And can I have an overall proposer? Nolene? And all agreed? Councillor Hayden, Councillor Irvine, thank you.
Just confirm the correspondence writings.
Yeah.
So, Chair, the next item is correspondence, and just to confirm, no correspondence, but we do have one item, I think just Councillor Gannon under AOB, which is change of nomination, Chair.
Councillor Gannon.
Thank you, Chair. It's just to change the who's on the subcommittees for ourselves, just for Councillor McGrath to go on the Health and Social Care group and myself to go on Rural Affairs now. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you. And that concludes everything. Oh, okay. That concludes everything then. That's the end of the meeting. And thanks everybody for your patience and listening to me. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.